I am live again for a second time in a row today. I've never actually gone live twice in one day, and today I'm going live twice in one day. Maria Henderson here. I help women make money online doing what they love. So I am an online business strategist, and one of the things that I really want to talk about today is goal setting because I didn't get to talk about it earlier. So I wanted to go live again and make sure I fulfill what I set out to do, which is talk about goals for the rest of the year. Goals specifically towards 2021. So one of the things that I notice with my own life and business is that whenever I follow my intuition, it always leads me to a greater good of some form, either good in financial wealth, either good in relationships, either good in self-empowerment and growth, either good in bringing amazing clients to me. Anytime I follow the intuition that's inside of me that's telling me, hey, go here because you're going to love it, right? Anytime I follow that, I shouldn't be doing this while I'm live, but anytime I follow my intuition, I always find myself winning, always, hands down. So there's a book by Shonda Rhimes. It's called The Year of the Yes. And I want to know from you guys, are you guys going to have the year of the yes? Year of the yes of your intuition. Anything your intuition tells you to do, that you're going to say yes to it. Are you going to do it? Are you going to follow through, even though you kind of feel a little bit fear, a little bit of doubt? What will people think if I do this? Are you going to do it anyway? So following your intuition, guys, is a goal I'm going to put out there. For you business owners, if you're not a business owner, if you're a mom, if you are no mom, if you're not a parent yet and you're out here just achieving goals, what would it look like if you always told yourself your intuition, if you always met your intuition, the guidance that it gives you, if you always met it with a yes, I'm going to trust you. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to take your guidance and I'm going to follow it. What do you think would happen and what kind of transformation do you think your life would take on and adopt if you said yes every time your intuition led you to a path or led you down an action, led you down getting closer to a specific person, leading you to a course or a program, and it kind of nudged you in that direction? What would your life look like? So that is a huge thing that I want you guys to be open to, because again, your intuition knows you well. Your intuition knows your higher goal, the goal that you ultimately want, that you don't even really intuitively know because you're not really connected to your intuition. Now, these are for those who have quieted their inner guidance for approval seeking reasons, for reasons as to, people may not have welcomed you to follow your intuition when you were younger. Therefore, now as an adult, it's hard for you to even kind of trust your intuition, number one, and be even aware of it. Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Right? Being aware of your intuition. So, if you are intuitive already, and that means if you are intuitive, you are always making a choice as to whether you follow it, whatever it's guiding you to do, you follow it and you say yes to it, whether, you don't do something, right? And the interesting thing about into your intuition, your inner guidance, is that it never goes away. It's always there. And it's so loving, right? It's so loving to the point where it's like, listen, you don't want to take my advice right now. I'll be here when you're ready to. And there's no judgment from me, right? Such a loving, unconditional place of support your intuition is, if you think about it. And it'll continue to guide you in that direction, whatever that direction your soul or spirit wants you to take, it'll continue to guide you into that direction, even if you don't take that step forward or that leap of faith now or in the future. It's going to continue to bring it up for you every single chance it has. Because what it wants you to do is to finally succumb to the purpose of you being here in this world, in this life, in this body you're in. It wants you to just succumb to it and almost just let go of all of the fears that, we kind of center our decisions around. Let go of it and just say yes to your intuition. It just wants you to say, yes, I'm going to do it. And to be completely honest, when I had taken on my business in that sense, where I listened to my intuition every single time, every single step of the way, it has really propelled my business to become bigger than what it is right now. It has really become more than what I think it is. Like I say, I run a women's empowerment company, but I really believe that there is something bigger that I do. I spark a light in other people's hearts. Even this conversation right now, you may be thinking, what if I do say yes to whatever this inner guidance is telling me to do? What happens? What kind of confidence will I create if I decided to go to school for this? If I decided to go in a career into this? If I decided to start a business in this? If I decided to go have that honest conversation with whomever it was that you hadn't had that conversation with, that you're supposed to have? What do you think would come out in the end of all of that? And those are the things that your spirit is asking you to have. Those experiences will mold you to become, at the deathbed of the end of your life, the person you will really be proud of. Your inner guidance is leading you to that person each and every time. So the good news is that even if you deny it today, you deny it a month from now, deny the inner guidance 2 months from now, a year from now, it's going to consistently knock at your heart every single time. Guarantee it. There was a time where I started my business wanting to be an entrepreneur, business owner, back when I was like 21 years old. I'm 34 now. So when I had started it, there was always an inkling in my heart that I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to be an innovator, or I wanted to be something that was not the normal way to make money. Right? I wanted to make money on my own. I wanted to create my own stuff. I wanted to get creative and show my uniqueness and weirdness, and whoever enjoyed it would come, and whoever didn't would fall off. And that was a knocking at my heart. I did it. I failed because at the time I wasn't ready. I didn't have the capacity to really take on a business in that magnitude. Fast forward to now, 2020. Now I am at a better place in my life. I also have a ton more years under my belt of growth. And that knocking came, right? That knocking of, hey, here's your opportunity to try it again. And I took it. I took the opportunity. And at the time when I started the steps forward of my business, the thing that had come to me in terms of what was my first step in this entrepreneur business situation was to write a book. And I didn't know where it was going to lead. I just said, yes, I'm going to write this book. Don't know what it's going to be about yet, but my spirit tells me I'm supposed to write a book. Right? At the time I became a mom, kind of went through postpartum depression. And that's what I talked about in my book. Postpartum depression, personal growth, how to become strong even when you feel alone. That's all the stuff I talked about because that's what I was experiencing at the time. And that was when I learned about my creative voice, stepped into my creative space. And then from there, it just snowballed into podcasting, community growth, online business, women's empowerment company, leading women across the country and speaking to women all over the world, just like this, doing these kind of conversations. And not knowing exactly how it was going to affect me in the future, I said yes to writing that book. See how powerful that is when you say yes You don't know what you start and what you propel forward into your future when you allow yourself to succumb to your inner guidance that it's asking you to be. And I love what I do. Yeah, there comes stresses. I think earlier I was kind of crying about entitlement, but ultimately love what I do. I can't believe I do this. It just really excites me. I can't believe it. It's really exciting. And whenever I say that, I can't believe I do this. I just feel like a level of energy, like electricity in my shoulders. And it's like, ooh, I can't believe it. I don't even know what's going to happen in the future. My 40th year of life, what is that going to look like? Because I said yes to my inclination to write this book. What's it gonna look like? And it's exciting. So for you guys, what I'd like for you guys to be open to is to say yes to 2021 and say yes to whatever inner guidance is guiding you to do, your divine guidance, your intuition, whatever it is that it's asking you to do. Whether you talk here, you start up a Facebook community, whether you write that book, whether you write a screenplay, whether you create stuff on Etsy, whatever it looks like. I have an accounting client who's like, listen, my intuition is telling me that I need to do yoga on live YouTube. And I'm like, yes, do it. Do it. If that's your intuition, it's guiding you in that direction, there's a reason. And you're going to see it fulfilled when you take those steps forward. And your intuition is always guiding you to a higher version of yourself, a better version, a more positive version, a more giving version, a more less inward version, a more outward of service version of you, which is essentially going to reverberate in your family, how happy you become, how meaningful and purposeful you live your life. It's all going to reverberate in your relationships. And the energy you carry and exude is also going to affect the people around you. It's gonna almost attract them to you. Like, what are you doing? What's this like smile you got going on your face? You're always smiling. And all of that comes from your inner guidance. Like, God damn, it's free. Shit's free. Okay, you don't got to pay for your inner guidance. And it's the most overlooked gift. Your inner guidance is the most overlooked gift that life has given to you. God, light, the divine universe, the energetic law of attraction. That's really what's at play here. When you do listen to your inner guidance, you're really saying yes to the law of attraction. And you're saying, yes, I'm going to get you all the things you need. You want to become a 6-7 figure business owner? Here it is. This is all the things you have to do. And your inner guidance is telling you what those things are. God, it's like so exciting to talk about it. All right. So that is the goal for 2021. Follow your intuition in every area of your life. And remember, if you don't follow it once or that first time you hear it and feel it, it's going to continue until you end up following it. That's really what's going to happen. In the most loving way, it'll just keep knocking, right? All right. Happy Thanksgiving and sayonara until our next live.